Everybody, welcome back to the Rock and Roll Rebel Show, and I'm your man, Thunder Dan, and it's wild out here. It is wild out here. I'm gonna give a shout out. Hey, mama. She don't like the air horn, but I want to give her a shout out anyway. It is going on wild out here. I mean, you got Trump. He had the indictment. He had the fine for like $352 million. You had the Russian opposer, Navalny, Alexander Navalny. He died in a prison, and then now the United States is all upset. They had the Julian Assange thing going on today. He was supposed to be in court to see if he get held on appeal. The UN shot down a ceasefire for Gaza. The FBI informant now is a Russian asset, and Joe Biden is not guilty, they're saying. I mean, there's so much stuff to unfold that we're being lied to. I don't even know how I fitted all that in the first minute and 15 seconds of starting this show. But we're going to break it down, too. And I guess Trump's got a VP? Trump got a VP pick? Oh, my. He was on Laura Ingraham. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me out there? They had Laura Ingraham out there. And Trump was on there for a town hall, I guess a town hall or something. And he was talking about Tim Scott. Tim Scott, oh my, please not Tim Scott. He's a senator from South Carolina. He is boring. I think Trump was just trying to put a feeler out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, touch the people, see what they think. But I don't think he's going to last. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to last. So, but that's just me out here. That's just me out here. We're going to start the show, baby. We're going to start the show. And remember, it's a jungle out there, baby. Protect yourselves at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. But let's get into this whole Donald Trump thing, I guess. Because I don't want to touch the UN stuff. I don't understand why we can't have a ceasefire going on there. Have you seen the before and after pictures of Gaza? I mean, it'll blow your mind. But the Mockingbird media is all about Trump. Get Trump, Trump, Trump. They're upset that Trump knows what's going on now. The first time around, he fell for it. He had the wrong cabinets and all that. And now Trump knows what's what. And Trump's our only hope right now. If Trump does not get elected in 2024, people, I'm telling you right now, the United States is over. We're already being overrun by migrants, even though they're illegal aliens. New York City is about to give them $10,000 debit cards. I could use a $10,000 debit card. You know, gas is high, inflation is high. I don't know what the end step is for all of them. I guess the WEF, George Soros, I guess he's putting out a lot of money. Did y'all even see the Red Cross? The Red Cross was out here saying you can't donate blood if you're vaccinated or something. They're asking if you've been vaccinated. So I don't know what's going on no more. I have no clue. And the Rock and Roll Rebel Show usually is tapped in on what's what. But we're going to break it all down. We're definitely going to break it all down. If it won't be this show, we got all week, baby. We got all week to break this down. Disease X. We're going to break it all down. But let's just keep this simple. And let's spread a word out there that we do not want Tim Scott as VP. He's a nice man. He's nice. Some people say he flies a certain flag, but he is engaged. I don't know. Wink, wink. But it's boring, bro. It's boring. I can't have that. And y'all don't want that. We don't want that. I want Vivek. I guess I want Vivek. I don't know if he can prove me right or prove me wrong, but I want someone who's speaking from the heart. I want Christina Nome from South Dakota, Sarah Huckabee. What is her? Sarah Saunders, his old press secretary. There's a lot of people out there that Trump can get. I think he was just throwing out a feeler. I hope he was just throwing out a feeler. If not, bruh, it's the jungle. But let's get into this because Trump was on Laura Ingraham, and Trump pushes the numbers. And I guess he might pick Tim Scott. I don't know. I hope not. But let's pull this up on the big screen, and let's see what's going to happen here, because this is it's like breaking news. So I'm wondering how the Mockingbird media is going to react to this. They're probably going to love it because I think they feel like they can control Tim Scott. They can't control Dan Scott. I'll tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? Can't control me.
When Biden ran, he pledged he was going to pick a female vice president in 2020. What qualities are you looking for in your vice presidential pick?
Well, always the first quality has to be somebody that you think will be a good president, because if something should happen, you have to have somebody that's going to be a great president. A lot of people are talking about that gentleman right over there. And he's been so great. He's been such a great advocate. I have to say, this is in a very positive way, Tim Scott. He has been much better for me than he was for himself. I watched his campaign, and he doesn't like talking about himself. But boy, does he talk about Trump. And I said, I called him. I said, Tim, you're better for me than you were for yourself. But he's fantastic, and he's a fantastic person.
Someone who can step into the role.
Most importantly, you have to view that.
Oh, my baby Trump. Come on, Trump. Oh, my. You know what we say around here. Oh, my. Come on. Can't be Tim Scott. Cannot be Tim Scott. It's just, no. Come on, Trump. I think Trump was out here just trying to tease the show. He knows what we about. He knows we're not going to be about none of that. And I don't understand, because Trump's got all these legal battles. They're all phony stuff, especially the case he just got found guilty of from the bank. The bank basically told him, hey, I need to borrow $100 million. I have this building that's $200 million in case I can't pay the loan back. And the bank was like, okay, cool. Trump paid the loan back. And then New York was saying that Trump was saying his building was worth $200 million, which it wasn't. It was only worth $100 million. So they found him guilty, and made him pay $352. And you see Kevin O'Leary out there, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, saying this is complete nonsense, which it was nonsense. And I know 10% of the population is only paying attention. I see it in my numbers. And 98% of you that watch this channel are not subscribed. So get out there. Make sure you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Not for me, maybe for Trump, maybe for America. But do it for yourself, most importantly, and spread the word. We got to get out and vote. We got to get these Democrats, these loser politicians, out of power. You see what they're doing. They're having certain people compete with certain people that are not the same people. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was in kindergarten and I had high schoolers come in and compete in field day. Remember field day? I don't even know if they do field day the way they used to, but you would win ribbons. But now the children cannot have field day because they have the high school students in there. But what am I going to do? You know, I'm just one person out here trying to spread the word. We got 250 something subscribers. Hit the like, hit the button, spread the word. Let's get out there and spread the word. We're not going to take this. And there's way more of us. Trust me, if there wasn't mail-in ballots and machines and all that, this world would be a lot different. But they've been cheating for a long time. They've been cheating. And I think the people have woken up. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show, baby. Protect yourselves at all times, because nobody will except for you.
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
But let's get into this right here. This is Trump 2 with Laura Ingraham. And I just thought we'll just play this for the hell of it because I thought it was good. Probably going to get censored. I don't know, because YouTube is out here doing YouTube stuff. So let's play this. And we got to spread the word.
You ever just say to yourself, I'm done? This is what they. Why? A lot of people would have said, I'm out. Why are you staying in this?
I can't because I want to make America great again. It's not great right now, and we can do that. Laura, we can do it. We can get it fixed. It's harder now. It would have been so much easier if we just finished off that. Everything would have been so perfect. We had the border set. Everything was set to rock and roll. We had no.
So you feel like you have an obligation to America
I do.
because it's coming.
I like how Trump gave a shout out to the Rock and Roll Rebels show. You heard him. It was rock and roll. I'm kind of glad now, if you look back at it, that Trump lost. I think that was their biggest mistake. That was their biggest mistake from taking the election, because now everybody knows. And say the 10% knew, now you got 15. And we're snowballing now. They're in full-blown panic mode. You got the whole FBI informant. They had the FBI informant who they all loved. And then now they're putting out the story now that Smirnov, Alexei Smirnov, like Navalny, they're all Alexandrian. I guess he was Russian. And he's the one that said about Hunter Biden and all that. We're getting $5 million, him and Joe Biden. His job as the FBI informant was to get information from Russia. So they decided to put that into the report that he was Russian asset getting information from Russia. But that was his job as an FBI informant, to get it from Russia. It's all the bait and switch, the smoke and the mirrors. So the media is done. I think the Mockingbird media is done. The Rock and Roll Rebel show is the real deal. And I'll show you right here. It's just a cover-up, because you'll play it right here. This was on the other day with Jesse Waters. He out here spreading the news. So I just want to get you all the news and let you all understand that the FBI informant was paid by the FBI to get information from Russia. Hunter Biden's laptop is still real, okay? The laptop is real. Joe Biden is the big guy. Let's play this.
The FBI informant who said Ukraine bribed the Bidens, Joe and Hunter, $5 million apiece. Biden's Justice Department just arrested him. Special counsel David Weiss, the Delaware prosecutor who you remember tried to cut a sweetheart deal to keep Hunter out of prison, announced charges against Alexander Smirnov. Smirnov is a trusted and credible informant that the FBI has had on the payroll for years. Even Democrats said the FBI informant was credible.
There's a confidential human source that the FBI works with who has proven to be very credible, who reported a conversation with someone else.
But he was too credible. The Biden administration is charging the FBI informant with obstruction and making a false statement. Remember, he informed the FBI that there were audio recordings of Joe Biden and Hunter shaking down a Ukrainian CEO for bribes. And coincidentally, after arresting the FBI informant who fingered him for bribes, Biden says it's time to drop the impeachment inquiry.
And the FBI, as I understand it, is now using memos that congressional Republicans released as part of their indictment against Alexander Smirnov. So what do you see as the other potential political fallout here?
Look, Democrats are seizing on this, essentially saying that the entire basis for the House Republican impeachment inquiry into President Biden is on shaky ground. They have no evidence whatsoever, because one of their biggest pieces that they said was of evidence of a bribery scheme is now being called into severe question by the Justice Department, saying that it was all a lie. Now, this also comes, Jeff, after witness, including some of Hunter Biden's business associates, have testified, have been deposed by the Oversight Committee and by the committee overseeing this, and have essentially said that there is no evidence that President Biden was.
Yeah, the Bobolinsky guy would testified in front of Congress the other day behind closed door. They want to do everything behind closed door. I guess they want to figure out what they have and what they don't have. And then even that Navalny Russian guy who died in prison, some are saying he was a blood clot. I don't know. But Joe Biden he's not all there. We all know Joe Biden's not there. He's not. He almost stumbled up the steps today, and they put the low steps onto the Air Force One. He almost stumbled up. He almost fell. So I think the replacement's coming in. I think he's out in California. And it's not the same. And Lady Gaga is coming to Fortnite. Remember, never forget, Lady Gaga interviewed Julius Assange. I don't even know if I can put Julian Assange on YouTube. But probably this because Lady Gaga interviewed him. But here's Lady Gaga dressed up as a witch. She's wearing like a witch hat or something. And she interviewed Assange.
The Lady Gaga scene is footage that we licensed from WikiLeaks, so I wasn't in the room. And so you'll see it's a locked off shot. But I'm actually...
See, yeah. So she interviewed him. You can find it on my thing. I think it's Showtime. It's probably copyrighted. I'm trying to stay away from copyrighted material. And basically that leaves you to news and stuff like that because news, I guess, is considered entertainment and there's no really copyright because anybody can say anything like I am right now. It's free speech. Welcome to America, baby. Welcome to America. But also on to that, here's the Kevin O'Leary out here. I mean, we got all types of videos we can bang, but I just want to find this one. And what's up with Nikki Haley, bro? What's up with Nikki Haley? I'm getting ready to vote here. I live in the great state of South Carolina now. I came from Virginia, the state of lovers. And we right next to the beach. And we have a vote coming up here in South Carolina. It's on Saturday. It's going to be the primary. Nikki Haley's home state. She was governor here, but she quit being governor here and dropped out. And then Trump ended up giving her a job to being an ambassador. So she's a deep state clown. And they all stick together. They end up on boards. And we got to take them out of power. And the only way we're going to take them out of power is in vote. So I'm going to vote early tomorrow. You can vote on all the way up till Saturday, but you can early vote right now. I'm going to go down to the local church where my polling place is, and I'm going to vote. And I'm going to put a big fat vote in for Donald J. Trump. And I'm going to walk out that building feeling proud. I'm going to show you all the sticker tomorrow. Hopefully they give me a sticker tomorrow. Curious to see what it's going to be. And did you see the Jamal Bowman thing? Jamal Bowman is going to have a hip-hop committee? I mean, we're being run by... I get upset. I get upset that the way this none of this makes sense. Back in the 90s, we would have rioted. We would have rioted over immigrants getting $10,000. We'd be like, where's my money? Where's my money? But they're not. They're up in hotels, and it's wild. It's wild out here. It's just 100% wild. I don't understand how any of this is going down and why this can't be fixed. I mean, there's so much stuff. Let me leave you with this. If you have stock tips, follow this guy right here. It's winning. I don't know what any of this means. I'm going to leave off with this because I get upset knowing about all this dumb stuff that's going on out here. It's just common sense has to prevail. If we do not prevail with common sense, then the United States of America is going to fall. Some people are saying we're already falling. Remember Rome? Rome had all the Colosseums. Remember the Egyptians had the pyramids? What happened to them? Maybe now we're just going to have the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial. Those are going to be the only things standing. But who knows if the Tarkanians didn't build any of that. I don't know. Look at your state capitals and tell me we build stuff like that now. But let's leave it off with this because you know the Rock World Rebel Show. We stay flat, baby. You know what I'm saying? We stay flat and we see the sun come and go. That's all we know. That's all we know. So let's pull this up and let's get this popping. It's financial advice, but it's not financial advice. So it's just prepare yourselves at all times because that's the rule here. That's the rule here. And let's play this, see what they got to say.
Senator Tuberville just dumped a huge amount of his portfolio this month, and I mean huge. To put it into perspective, out of the 61 trades he made over the last month, 59 of them were sales. The other 2 were purchases of put contracts, which if you don't know, is a way to bet against the stock. The reason I'm telling you this is because Tuberville isn't just your regular congressman. When it comes to trading, he has one of the best records in Congress, right next to Nancy Pelosi. And maybe one of the reasons behind this performance is the crazy amount of Senate committees that he's on. There's too many to read, so you can pause and take a screenshot if you want. want. But it's safe to say, with the amount of privileged info he gets from sitting on all these committees, you definitely want to pay attention to his trades. Now, here's the weird part. Whenever you see a lot of bulk buying or selling by a lawmaker, you typically see some sort of trend. For instance, they could be selling financial stocks or buying energy stocks. But with the Tuberville trades here, I don't see any rhyme or reason to it. He's selling everything from automobile companies like Ferrari, semiconductor stocks like AMD, regional banks like Southern State, and I could go on and on. But here's the catch though. As if Tuberville selling all these stocks isn't a bad enough sign, this week specifically, we've seen some of the richest people in the world selling billions in stocks. In February alone, Jeff Bezos sold 33 million shares of Amazon, which at $170 each comes out to $5.6 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, same story, 900,000 shares of Meta for $416 million. And the list goes on. My point is, when selling like this is going on by the world's richest and most powerful people, it makes you wonder if they know something that we don't. To see any of the data mentioned in
Oh, they definitely know something we don't know. I promise you that. I promise you that. They definitely know something we don't know. Especially all the Mark Zuckerberg and all them. He can see everything that people are typing. He sees everything. And he's in on the know, so he's on the know. But remember, people, it's God bless you all. I love you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for giving me some of your precious time. I'll definitely see you all. Manana, baby. It's peace and love. It's peace and love. And remember, protect yourselves at all times, baby. Protect yourselves at all times.